Welcome back, everybody. The 1.9D show is back. My name is Josh King, and I'm sat here with my co-host and dear friend, Emma Galanka.
Yes, hello.
Hello. We are here to bring you the 2026 Skijor season recap show. We look amazing, feel amazing.
Yeah, why are we dressed this way?
A little bit in honor of the Derby, I guess.
Yeah.
And a little bit because why not?
Yeah, well, a special occasion recapping the entire 2026 season. But we were gypped this past weekend of the opportunity to dress this way.
Yes.
We had a Derby party planned. It did not go, and so we had to.
Yeah, we had the fits picked out and ready.
Yeah.
We also had plans to record on Derby Day because we were feeling wildly, I don't know what we thought was going to happen there, but we did not. Mm-hmm. So we're not even recording this on Derby Day, but happy Derby Day, and we look fantastic. You're welcome. This is our 18th episode.
Yeah, a lot of episodes.
We recorded 17 episodes from Ridgeway to Red Lodge.
Mm-hmm. We've released 17 episodes, we should say.
That's true. We have at least 5 in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of talking. If there's one thing Josh King can do, this man can talk.
I love to talk. I love to talk about ski joring. And
there you have it.
Yeah, it's been a great season. It's been an absolutely wonderful
season. This has been the
season.
joy of Josh's life.
Yes. Thank you all this season for tuning in. It was really fun to get feedback on the track in real life. You guys seemed super supportive and like thankful. I don't know. It was just so awesome to be doing it and in real time getting to meet so many new people was like who have tuned in to the show. It was honestly, I was a little surprised.
Yeah, like the little snippets of fandom that we got were very exciting, and it just made it feels good to be appreciated and to be like noticed.
Totally.
To have people enjoy what you're putting out.
Totally. So the big news before we get to some thank yous, but we are officially on Spotify. That is happening today. We signed up. We uploaded an episode, so hopefully by the time this episode is up, we are on Spotify, but all next season, we'll put our whole library on there. We'll put our whole backlog on there. If you are listening to this episode, everything is on Spotify. That was probably our number one ask this year from the crowd.
Yep.
So
turns out it's not that hard. We just procrastinate.
It's actually like super easy. I'm shocked. I was ready to pay money. So check us out on Spotify. Send all our episodes. Go re-listen to your favorites.
Yep. Send them to your mom.
Yeah. Moms love us. I think my favorite. We watched the first episode we ever recorded for like 10 seconds.
I was like, turn that off.
I was like, wow. It's amazing how far you can come in 1 year.
Right.
It really
how little
is.
you can accomplish and how much you can accomplish in 1 year.
What are you guys doing? We're sitting in front of microphones talking about Skijor. It's like, cool.
We're in my living
room.
So.
We improved a lot. Yeah.
And going back to our first episode, we have a very important thank you to give.
Very important thank you. None of this would have happened without our buddy Nin, who was kind of the motivator for this entire show.
Yeah, have we told that story before on here?
I don't know. I don't think so.
So it more or less Nin is Josh's kind of like videography pal, and he was in town for Ridgeway shooting with him. And Nin is always just full of ideas. And Nin was like, we should do a podcast. And Josh was like, Nin, if you can set up the cameras in the next 5 minutes, we'll record an episode. And I was doing dishes or like making dinner or something in the Airbnb. And Emma's like, and Josh is like, Emma, you're in. And I was like, all right, pour me a glass of wine. Fine.
Yep.
And I had just attended my first ever Skijor race.
First ever.
And we talked crazy about Skijor, and 4 months later, here we are.
And that was it. And I don't even know if the first one really actually worked.
Yeah.
I think we kind of had fun doing it.
It was harmless enough to continue. Yeah.
Our very next episode was with Janelle in Estes, and you weren't there.
Right.
And yeah, that's how it all came to be.
Yeah, it took a little while to find our groove, but we did find the groove, or started to find the groove towards the end, and we started naming episodes and having more format, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So it became a lot of fun. We'll get into that in this episode, but thank you so much, Nin. Yes, thank you, Nin.
And Nin also has just really helped a lot with, the formatting that we've done on YouTube. And
Nin is a dreamer. and we love having him around.
He's a great resource
and,
at our hand as well. And none of it would be here without you, Nin. So thank you.
Thank you, Nin.
And these microphones. Thanks, Nin.
That is true. Like if we had one sponsor, it's Nin sent us all this stuff. He's out of LA, gets a lot of gear cheap used, and
top donor to the 1.9D show.
Honestly, crazy. So going into the masses, a huge thank you. Obviously you can all see this sick LED sign, bam, behind me. Oh, it's adjustable. I forgot. So this is insane. This was gifted to us by Jed Moore, brought it to Telluride. The last few days, Emma has been putting this whole episode off because of this sign. You knew it was coming.
Yeah, I've been sweating and filibustering this episode because so many months ago, Jed reached out to me and he said, hey, we want to do this for Josh, everything he's done for the community and the spotlight that he's putting on, and having this podcast in particular. And he said, I want to make this sign. Can you get the logo for me from Josh? And so I sent it to Jed, and Jed said that he was going to reach out to a bunch of people and, kind of like crowdfund the sign. And so I've known about this for quite a while, which honestly, please, nobody ever tell me your secrets. It's exhausting.
It is exhausting having secrets like that.
It was just a surprise that I wanted to tell you too. But anyway, and Jed's plan, once it was created, was to bring it to town, present it to Josh, and all that. But Josh has been really antsy to make this episode, and he's been trying to get me to sit down, to script it, to record. And I, thinking Jed was coming to town this last weekend. I'm not ready. I'm so busy. Let's not talk about it right now.
Awful. It was awful.
I'm exhausted.
I was like, what is the deal? Oh my gosh. So specifically, we wanted to thank the people who came together to get it is so freaking cool.
It's really nice.
Yes.
Too. Yeah.
It's so nice.
Gorgeous.
It looks awesome. It'll be in the background of our,
our
studio show here, and hopefully most of our sets. And so going through this list, this is, my usual suspects. You see these guys in a lot of the content. It stands to reason all these guys donated. It's a huge thank you to Dusty Sagers and Brandon Edwards, the two voices of Skijoring, I would say. Dennis Alverson, Catlick, Courtney Anderson, Jacoby Chacon, Josie Young, Janelle Urista, Duffy Council, Coulter Fretwell, and Claire Gilligan, right? Gilligan. I don't know that. Yeah, I've never heard her last name. Anyway, you guys, it means so much to me. Thank you so much to us. And it's just the coolest thing I've ever got. It's the most unique gift I've ever seen. And on top of this, you guys got me a saddle pad as well, which was sick because I've been in the market for a saddle pad as well.
That was another thing I was
and
filibustering.
Emma was stressing about that too.
Talking about buying a saddle pad. Oh, yeah, I just need a saddle pad.
I need one.
No,
I need
don't.
a saddle pad.
No, we're good.
But surely I could have my own. I was like, no, I don't think so. So huge shout out. Like you said, feeling like being that you've been seen is like the best feeling in the whole world. So it's been awesome. Thank you so much. And we're going to get into the show now. The 2026 recap show.
Yeah, let's do it. So this is going to be...
What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
So we actually put a lot of effort into scripting this one.
Big time.
Yeah. So we're going to do like our season review. We have a lot of favorites. As always, who would we be without hot takes?
We got opinions.
We are full of them. Some of them hotter than others.
Yeah.
And we do want to give a disclaimer. These are our opinions.
Yeah. We're just two people who happen to have microphones and a camera.
Most of it's a joke, guys. Relax.
Yeah. And if it's not, relax. Gosh.
That being said, we are professionals.
We're professional Skijor reporters, we've decided. And without us, who would come up with hot takes that piss everyone off?
Yeah. Who would you be mad at?
Right.
If not us?
Yeah. Common enemy. The 1.9D. Oh, man. Sweet.
Cool.
So let's get into it.
Yeah.
First year doing a podcast.
I know.
Did you ever have this on your life bingo card?
I did, in fact. I almost started my own podcast. I think I maybe told you this. I almost started so I used to work for a seed company. And I used to travel all throughout my territory, interviewing farmers and touring farms and stuff. And I, at the time, had a dream of beginning that podcast, and I just didn't have the bandwidth for it. And so, yeah, bingo card, check.
Yeah. And when you say didn't have the bandwidth, was that surprising to you? Like how much work it takes?
I probably wouldn't have really done video. It would have maybe been more. I envisioned it as a Spotify thing, so more audio. But I enjoy interviewing people. That was more or less what I considered my job to be at the time, was just like interviewing people and hearing about the origins of their farms and the background of like what they loved about it and such. So the interview aspect, but going into the video, like video is a lot of work. So thank God I don't have to do any of that.
Yeah, it's when Nin brought this all up in Ridgeway, I remember telling him, because again, I'm more of a realist and Nin is a dreamer, and we work really well together. And I remember being like a little upset when he was like, "You guys absolutely need to do."
And you're like, "Nin, when am I gonna find the time?"
Absolutely not. Like I do not. And he was pushing and pushing. Go get the cameras. Go set it up.
Fine, whatever.
Yeah.
He broke you down.
And it is like, I have to say, as much work as it was and extra and whatever, I had so much fun doing it. It was like a brand new motivator. I got to look at skijoring through a completely new lens.
Well, I feel like that's been half the joy of you entering the Skijor community as well, is getting to know the people, hearing the stories, like talking about it. And so you got to just do it in a different avenue.
Yeah.
You know,
it's, we've always thought, because we've said this as competitors, like we're all such nerds about the sport. And if you could put a microphone in the middle of a bar table of us talking about it after the race, oh my gosh. We pick every race apart, every gate, every jump, every pull. So it was just super fun to go through all that. Like it takes so much work.
Yeah. Well, also just to bring people together around that joy of the sport. It's like ESPN exists for a reason, you know, people like to talk about their sport.
Right. We're nerds.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad you had fun doing it too. That was super unexpected.
Yeah. No, it's fun.
Like we kind of just threw you into the fire. First race, here's a horse, here's a skier.
Totally. But I feel like I've said this before too. Like I am similar to you. Like I get interested in a sport and I nerd out on it really hard. So it was just like my next venture in that realm.
Here we are,
nerding out.
So going into next year, what can we look forward to? What's the podcast going to bring the Skijor world?
I think that we started towards the end of this season to kind of find our groove, and we'll continue to you know, I think that we have improvements we can make with our formatting. And, you know, we're hoping to go into weekends more prepared on what we're looking for or what we want to cover or how we want to cover things. That being said, being open-minded to like whatever is going to come up on a given weekend, of course.
Skijor,
but
you never know.
Maybe we'll have some more designated segments or formats in that.
There's one segment that I know Emma is like wildly excited for.
Super excited about. Okay, so so here it is. Next year, we're gonna have a WWJD. What would Janelle do? But it's just gonna be all Janelle fashion. But we're gonna have.
This girl does nothing but throw fits. That's all she does.
Like Janelle is just like fit after fit after fit. So basically we're just going to cover Janelle all year.
Love it.
But the thumbnail for the segment is going to be like Janelle in a killer fit on a horse, but like Jesus, you know, with like the classic like WWJD question mark across.
Emma is beside herself.
I can't stop thinking about it. I came up with this a couple weeks ago.
Janelle's probably like, she was the first person you met in the Skijor world other than me, like for real, at a Skijor race.
I met her Thursday night at Ridgeway.
Yeah. And then she pulled you aside and gave you that sick Hudson Bay jacket.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would Janelle do next year? Yeah. What else? Because I know we talked about a few things recording on the track.
Yeah. So I think one thing that we did best this year and was like most exciting in terms of growth was the coverage that we had like in our stories on our Instagram and stuff of races, like on the track, but like coverage. And I think that that's really valuable. I know like you really thrive in that environment, especially like, talking to your phone and stuff. I hate it. I hated it. I was bad at it. I didn't want to do it. Like, I don't know who watched the Silverton stories, but like kill me.
I actually got compliments on your stuff from Silverton.
Well, I hated it, so.
Well, listen, we all hated it in the beginning. You just get used to it. I don't know if you ever like doing it.
Yeah, I
just
don't want to get used to it.
Yeah, fair. That's fair.
But that said, I think that one of our best weekends of coverage was Driggs. And for Driggs, we had a volunteer that weekend who followed Josh and Mina. Dogs. Who followed Josh and was, like recording him. So he had the freedom to just speak to the camera.
Yeah.
And I know that I would do a lot better with that. So that being said, if you want to be our intern next year for any given race, for all the races, get some behind the scenes action, give us a call.
Yeah. We're
accepting applications.
If you just love skijoring and love the idea of following someone around.
Totally.
Talking to the camera.
Yeah. And I mean, it is actually a genuine ask, and I think it's really exciting because you could get pretty exclusive access to tracks.
Totally.
Like you could really pick Josh's brain about video. You could hang out with me, like you can.
What are we gonna pick your brain about?
Whatever, man.
Emma's got a lot of opinions, and you gotta stand around and wait for them.
Yeah, if you really take your time, it'll all come out.
So Driggs was so much fun, and that behind the stuffs, I think it's just so valuable because you get a really good look into it. I know we talk about it a lot on here, but it's so cool to be in real time on the track, especially the starts. You and I are such nerds about the start, and it means so much to a race.
And it's just like a fun place to be in the
so much
Stargate.
fun.
There's a lot going on. Like all the competitors are great, so it's a riot.
Everyone's hanging out. The intensity is there. People are starting. People are rooting for others. Horses are all over the place. It's wonderful.
It's a lot of fun.
Marvelous.
Cool.
Anything else for next year? Is that it?
Ooh, I don't know.
We'll get into it.
Yeah. Want to talk about some of our favorite stuff?
Oh my gosh. Let's start with our favorite things. And by things, we mean people on horseback.
I almost just broke into these are a few of my favorite things from The Sound of Music, but I didn't want anyone to hear me sing, so I stopped.
Emma's got a voice though, and
it's a voice.
Yeah, it's rare that she's really singing, but she belts it. You do.
Belting. We got
riders, skiers, and horses.
Well, let's talk about our favorite competitors.
Yeah, because this is what the sport's all about.
Who's your favorite rider to watch?
I think, so a lot of thought into this, obviously. And just like at the end for so many more reasons than just like what they do on the track. I don't know. We get along really well when they're at a race. I have so much fun with them. But mine goes out to Janelle Urista. It's got to.
Of course.
With the fashion aspect, which I love. I think she's an absolute beast of a cowgirl, horsewoman.
Very down to earth, even still.
And I don't know. She's just got this attitude that's great on the track. She's super fun to party with afterwards. And she's awesome. She attracts some of the best skiers in the game. And I'm always excited to see what she's going to wear, how she's going to perform, who her horses are. I don't know. Janelle Urista is just like up there for me. And if you watch my content, she is just all over it.
Yep.
Obviously.
Big fan.
Yeah. Big fan.
Yeah.
So who's yours?
Well, Team Urista here, because Lauren Urista is my favorite rider to watch.
Another beast.
I just love watching her ride. She has like such a great seat, really soft hands, like gives direction, executes very cleanly.
Yep.
Never yanking on the horse. She's just a good competitor.
Yep.
So.
And she's like the quiet assassin.
100%.
Yeah, she's not like this big on the track personality. We got a lot of those, which is great. But she is just like, I've probably known of her for 3 years. This is the first year I would say we really met, hung out, got to know each other, which is super cool.
Well, and they're also hilarious. So Lauren is Janelle's daughter, and they're also hilarious because like Janelle is a riot to hang out with, and Lauren is ready to go to bed, and she's like, "You're just take her."
It's a fabulous dynamic. I love.
Yeah, I love. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
So, but just really enjoy watching both of them.
They're always great at races. Yeah, I love watching them both. And Lauren was all over the content too. She was one of our only viral videos
the way she
this
rides.
year. Yeah, yeah. Especially, we'll talk about who she rides in a second. Some honorable mentions in the rider category, though.
I want to specifically give an honorable mention to Phoebe Alverson because I've never seen that girl have her feet in her stirrups, and she is an absolute badass.
Yeah, she has a better seat than I have. I'll ever have, and she never uses stirrups.
Yeah.
They're just never there.
And she has such like a fun, unique riding style.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy watching her and her dad, Dennis, as well.
Yep.
Mostly, I think that a part of that plays into whether we got to know Dennis this year. And Dennis is such a riot.
He is.
And a very determined competitor as well.
Yes, great competitor.
Yeah.
Dry sense of humor, just like you really got to tune into him. So you're like, are we joking? I can't read it. But he like loves when you can't read it. And he's like, yeah.
It brings him a joy to confuse you just a little.
Yeah. And Phoebe's a competitor, man. Like she was more of a skier, I would say, for the first 2 years I was in the sport.
Yeah, well, she brought home at least 2 rider buckles this year too.
Yeah.
Red Lodge and Silverton.
Yep.
At
and
least.
I guess this year she like kind of really dedicated herself to the riding side because I didn't see her ski as much.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, also Phoebe, one of the best hats in the game.
Love the hat.
Her hat is so sick.
The like hat, glitter, no stirrups combo, iconic.
It is. It really is iconic. So yeah, honorable mentions, and then some other people we got in here.
Yeah, I had to put Sean Greas on there.
Sean Gray is just a legend.
He's just incredible.
A Navajo Nation man.
Yep.
Though some of the first advice he ever gave to me about riding horses was, "You're the tree trying to move the wind." And it makes less and less sense in a way every year, but more and more sense every year. And the way he rides and is connected to horses is incredible.
Yeah.
I love watching him in the start gate. I love watching him on the track. He's got one of the greatest seats I've ever seen.
And I just love his attitude around it all.
And he's so I raced behind him in Leadville for the first time ever, and it was great.
Hilarious.
Yeah, because I'd seen him run. I know the horse Hammy,
Yep.
and I was super excited to finally get a chance with him, and we just had a great time.
Yeah.
He's just so chill.
Just an easy guy to be around.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Super fun.
Hilarious. But watch that man sit or rear, almost come off,
Oh,
do
he
his
almost-
run,
yeah.
come back to the start gate and say, "Bad dog."
I felt bad for that one too, because I was taking forever to go. I was like,
I know.
I'm sorry, man. They passed me the wrong end of the rope. And he's like, all right. The horse goes up and around and he's hanging off. He thought he was coming down for sure.
It was incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. And then another honorable, we both love watching this girl ride, is Dylan Free.
Yeah. I just think Dylan Free is a really good technical rider. It's clear that she's been like well taught and has a good presence up on her horse. So
Yeah.
She's fun. And the fits, of course. Like
She is another,
she's very dedicated to the fits, and
wildly
we
fashionable.
love them.
And she's
Right
the
down
only
to the
one,
horse's tack.
Right. She not only dresses herself, but her horse to match. Incredible.
Yeah.
Snowman, typically.
Totally.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the honorable mentions.
Yeah. Did you have a hot take you wanted to add in?
I did. All those riders, listen, so like watching the footage, and no one on this planet has watched more Skijor footage than I have. That is a guarantee. Butterfly kicking. I'm over it. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't like the way it looks. I especially don't like the way it looks with spurs. And I know it's like controversial. I love the use of spurs. But yeah, the whole butterfly kicking thing, I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't know how it helps.
Yeah.
I wasn't raised in the equine world. I'm almost talking specifically more of like objectively how it looks. I would rather see someone kissing, using hands, a little over under. Love that, you know? But the butterfly kick, none of these people are out there, 2 legs flapping in the breeze. Everyone points out the elbows. When elbows are flapping, everyone's like, oh, elbows are flapping. But somehow everyone's okay with butterfly kicks.
I don't disagree.
We're not barrel racing. We're Skijor. Anyway, that's my hot take.
All right.
I hope it pisses someone off.
We're going to have to clip that one out for the masses.
If you're upset
DM us.
or comments help us grow.
Yeah. We'll have more things for you to be mad about.
Yeah. And I will answer every single comment.
It will probably be an emoji that's either this, or cry.
I have 3 responses. Hey, there's a lot of comments on the social media, so it just gets easy to thank you.
He's got 3 emojis.
Hey, that's what it is. So anyway, moving into skiers.
All right. Who's your favorite skier to watch?
I was going to start with yours.
Oh, well, I mean, I think you could probably guess from watching back the episodes that I'm obsessed with watching Colin Cook ski.
That man.
That man is an athlete.
Athlete is an understatement. That he pulls off some of the craziest Clean
And again,
runs.
he's ferocious, he's aggressive, he's athletic, he's fast. Like, it's just incredible.
All those words. Yeah. It's just an accumulation of, yeah. We talked to him a little bit. We have an unreleased episode of him, which I don't think we will release, but
He wants to re-record it because he has a lot of really good things to say. And
Yeah.
we recorded it in a hurry.
but his history, like, I just don't, he is like the perfect Skijor competitor.
100%.
Everything you want in a Skijor skier and rider now. One of the only skier this year to also have a buckle on the horse in the sport division, not a switcheroo. And it was in Driggs that runs a proper sport division, no D's. And watching him and the footage of him, he's one of the only skiers who, when that skier goes, I focus on him the entire time.
Yeah, the rider gets forgotten.
Rider and then skier. If Colin Cook is racing,
You just know he's going to throw out something impressive,
Yeah.
and it's always worth watching.
some crazy turn, some crazy save, how he grabs rings, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Hands down, I agree with you on that one. My personal favorite this year, not even like watching him ski, just like such a good dude. I'm rooting for him more than anyone, is Lane Dyson. And he came out this year with 3 buckles. We said we weren't going to do a buckle count, but 3 I think he had.
I believe so.
I love watching him race.
Me too.
He's a tank. And
He's just like he's like one of the taller skiers. He's like pretty built guy. He's just so athletic, and
Yeah.
he makes it all look really easy. It's
yeah.
a good like technical skier.
Yeah.
I think anyway from my limited skiing.
Yeah, and he's just one of those skiers who pulls off some amazing things as well. Like, he didn't pull a buckle in Ridgeway, but their first night race ever at Ridgeway, he raced behind 7 and Rosie Rogers. 7 is notably one of the most powerful horses out there, and they laid down a top time on Friday night, the top time on Friday night, and
And he's just not. He doesn't seem to feel the need to be particularly flashy. He's just a very consistent competitor. He goes out, he gets the job done, and he like does it well.
Yeah. You rarely see him after races, and he kind of just goes out there, lays down some of the sickest turns I've ever seen. He has this one in Ridgeway, day 1 or 2, where he's like dragging his hand on this turn, getting to this gate. I was just like, yeah, the way he skis. I know he has a racing background. Incredible to watch him. I don't know why I just feel the need to like root for him every race, but I am a huge fan, Lane Dyson.
Yeah, I am too.
So we'll go into honorable mentions now. Some of these are just fantastic. I want to start with Caroline.
Okay.
Caroline's a beast.
I agree.
This girl.
Yeah, and also one of the sweetest people on the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just really coming into the sport, really starting to get it. Has a great option of as far as like riders go. It seems like she can get any pull she wants.
Totally. And it's all well earned. She's an incredible skier, a really good athlete, easy to work with.
Great teammate.
Yeah. Very coordinated.
Yeah. Love having her in the start gate. She's good with all the information. She'll race the track. She'll come back and just be like, yeah, this was hard. This is that. I should have got, Leadville. She's always great. But she was just so much fun to watch this year and hang out with.
Yeah.
And this is her 2nd year in the sport. So we all got to know each other really well.
Cool.
Jacoby Chacon, you sexy ass bitch.
I'm still not over Heber. Or Logan, was it?
What is it? What was this?
Jacoby!
Yeah. Yep. I talked to the organizer tonight at the Jacoby. Coming for you, dude. And
Shame!
So Jacoby said, we like a soft track that gets slushy as snowboarders.
Oh my goodness!
This is all very real information that I got from the organizer's mouth. Yeah. Jacoby's a snowboarder. He's probably the only snowboarder we ever talk about.
Except for Charlie Tyler.
Charlie Tyler. But that's only because he's so young.
And good. But
And
Jacoby is...
Jacoby Chacon.
When you think the snowboard division, you think Jacoby. I
A
think
whole vibe.
everybody could agree on that.
Yeah.
He wins most of the buckles.
Just the funniest.
And has the greatest hats.
Great hats. Great hats. Looks great on a horse.
Yeah, in a weird twist, looks great on a gypsy banner.
And just watching him in the Stargate is the best.
He's a hoot. He's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Very goofy. Just a real riot and just easy to be around. Great guy.
I love when I'm filming and I'm close enough to the track to hear him because he's usually asking to slow down. And it's just, he gets like, it's almost like he's talking to himself. But at Red Lodge, when he's turning the corner, he goes, "Whoa, slow down." And he's like at the knot, making these crazy bids for the gate, like making them, but I don't know, not having a good time, having the best time. Who knows? He is just,
he's a hoot.
We got to hang out with him a lot, and he's fantastic.
Yeah.
Jacoby Chacon, man. Also a great name.
Yeah.
Jacoby
Just
Chacon.
rolled off the tongue.
Yeah, listening to countless announcers mispronounce that name all
Butcher
year.
that name.
Fantastic. So anyway,
Yeah.
that is an honorable mention. And then you wanted to talk about two other
I
people.
mean, I don't think that we cannot mention Jim Ryan and Madison Ostringer on
It's
here
true.
for all the reasons that we've discussed in every previous episode. Like fantastic competitors, real athletes, fun to watch, put on a good show.
Bring a whole new level.
Love seeing them out there.
Yeah.
Always, it's always of note when they're.
Yeah,
We can't help ourselves.
I know.
And also, I want to give a really special shout out to probably the most dedicated novice skier that this sport has ever
Absolutely.
seen,
Oh,
Richard
definitely.
Weber.
Yeah, definitely the
Yeah.
most dedicated novice skier. The most decorated novice skier, as we say. Yeah.
Yeah.
No novice skier has as many awards.
Yeah, no. And no novice skier has ever been so decorated. I think if there's ever a Skijor Hall of Fame, Richard Weber would most certainly.
He's like in the foyer before you make it into the actual museum.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know.
He's like the big statue you see walking into the
Catches your
museum.
attention. You're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, nice."
With all his novice buckles decorated.
Do the novice buckles go into the frames, I wonder, as well, with all his open
That's
buckles?
a great question. I wonder. Yeah.
Or do they?
There's a special
are they in the
drawer where
drawer?
those go somewhere so he can forget he has them and
Yeah,
continue
exactly.
to ski in the novice division.
Yeah, watching him ski is hilarious. He's got the most uncoordinated.
I will say we saw that man stop this year, so he's clearly getting
When?
better. Maybe Driggs. You have footage of him stopping. There was
No.
a hockey stop in there at one point.
We'll have to look for that.
Yeah, because the second that man hockey stops, there's no more. We can't justify the novice anymore. So give it like 3 more years anyway.
It's like, yeah, that he doesn't know how to stop. I have footage of him crashing into a stop
Yeah, we have
and
a lot
going
of that.
off jumps and his long legs. Oh my gosh.
Spider monkeying off of a jump.
Just one of the worst skiers you ever seen. Love you, Richard.
Incredible.
Horses.
Horses.
Man.
I think that
Frickin'
we
love horses.
absolutely need to give a huge shout out to Frankie Moon. Maybe, I would assume the winningest sport horse of the season.
It would have to be. Yeah.
That horse has gas. That's a working horse.
Crazy. Small horse.
Yeah. Who just has absolute gas.
Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I do think, like we talked about this on a ride yesterday, but Patrick Smith, who rides him,
Mm-hmm.
I think dedicates a lot of time to building up his stamina. Really.
I think Frankie Moon's a mare. But
Oh,
yeah,
fair enough.
I believe I'm
That would check out.
strongly,
Yeah.
I'm fairly confident. But yeah, I mean, I would say Patrick Smith really kind of blows the 5% thing out of the water. He might be all the way up to 10% for the condition he puts in this horse.
Whoa, Patrick. Did you hear that? Do you want to say that again slowly? Wow. All right. On the podcast. Once you heard it here first and saw it.
Yeah, backtracking on the 5% thing.
Wow.
Only for the one though. But
Incredible.
yeah.
But it is true. Like I firmly believe he puts a ton of work
Totally.
into getting that horse ready, keeping that horse ready and in shape. I mean, we talk about Jim and Mads bringing a new level of athleticism into the sport. And I think that can also be said for Patrick and Frankie Moon.
Totally. It's clear that Patrick puts a lot of work into Frankie Moon. Frankie Moon works all year round. You know,
Yeah.
she doesn't just kind of like sit around and wait for Skijor. So yeah, I think that we have to shout out Frankie Moon, and it's clear.
I agree.
It's clear in the results just with how much Frankie Moon won this year.
Yeah.
So.
Congratulations to the skiers too. Like,
Yeah.
I
For
mean,
keeping up with Frankie
they were
Moon.
laying down some top times this year, and it was impressive on all counts. But Frankie Moon, as far as horsepower goes, up at the top.
100%. Yeah.
The horse I'm shouting out for sure is Lauren Urista's horse, Sirius. This is a
Love Sirius.
kill pen pony. As Janelle said, this horse was like days away from being put down, and they rescued Sirius. I think they paid $300, $400 for him, brought him back, got him healthy, got him out to the track. Watching this horse run is my favorite thing of all time. I get to watch it in slow motion over and over and over and over and over again, and I never get sick of it. The way he like checks around turns and then locks in and, you know, puts his head down and runs. He gives his everything to Lauren. I think they have a really great relationship.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Just the determination of this horse too,
Yeah.
like, and the length of the stride
Yep.
and the focus, and he's adorable.
Beautiful horse. I think I love the grays out there. But yeah, Sirius, it might just be his backstory. I just
Serious,
love
just watching him run, you can just tell
something
he's
about
got
it.
heart.
Yeah.
And we both really enjoy that, I think,
yeah.
to watch.
And it's especially fun for me, like getting to watch these horses run. There's so much you don't catch in real time. There's so much you see later when you're watching it back at 120 frames a second. And just, everything about his attitude, demeanor is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, we love Sirius.
And Emma's got some serious honorable mentions here. She had big feelings about this first one.
All right, so real honorable mention. I can't stop thinking about Papa Top in Red Lodge.
We saw this horse at one race run 4 times.
Yeah, and I've never
Emma's
seen
obsessed.
as much heart and ferocity
Grit.
in a tiny little pony who happened to buckle.
Yes.
It just absolutely, I am obsessed with this horse. So
Papa Top.
shout out to you, Papa Top. Love you forever. And very close second here was for me Lemon,
Yeah.
owned by Olivia Holtzman, a little halflinger
Oh, yeah.
with probably just as much heart as Papa Top.
All
Less
of it.
rear, equal
Yeah.
heart. Yeah.
Almost ruined a 3-year-old skijoring career right off the bat.
Yeah, Lemon is not a youth horse, apparently.
In a shocking twist, Zombie is a much better option for pulling a 3-year-old down a track.
But yeah, Lemon is just an absolute adorable riot to watch, and we love Lemon.
We love her. She is getting faster and faster every year.
Yeah, she's really leaning into the Skijor thing.
A real
think.
twisted switch competitor. We'll see. And then another one for me would be Dexter, Harley Manning's horse, another gray. Simply because nobody pins their ears as hard as Dexter.
Yeah. Also, one of my favorite things is if Harley is trying to check Dexter,
Ugh.
he just rocks. He's like, I don't like this. I
The
don't want to
best.
do it. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Those two, I mean, they've been together for over 15 years. They've been together forever. So it's just really funny to see them.
Yeah.
And when she's checking him down, his protesting is hilarious.
adorable.
We have
He's like a
great
little
footage
rocking
of it
horse.
from
He's like, I don't want to.
Boise.
Yeah.
So I'll have to throw that in there. And then another one, I love Mustangs typically for their small, robust builds and mountain style bodies. But Tilly,
Big Tilly.
big girl.
This is Allie Briggs's lease horse
Yep.
this year.
And my God, just the beast of a horse. Like, first time I saw Tilly, I was like, oh, that's a sweet draft cross. Mustang.
Yeah.
And tattooed and everything. It was awesome. She's huge.
And Allie is little. She's got to be like 5'2",
Right.
and she's sitting on this big mare, giving her the beans, and Tilly is just cooking.
Yeah,
It's a sight to
Tilly-
behold.
Tilly was great. Loved watching her run. I love a tattooed Mustang. And Tilly, great name.
Yeah,
Everything about it.
we like
Fantastic.
Tilly a lot.
Those are some of our favorites for the season.
Yeah,
I think that covers
just
it.
some of the ones we had the most fun watching. But
Yeah.
all the footage, that was also really fun for me this year, was to just get to see the footage.
Yeah.
And like you said, when you're watching it back or you're watching it in slow-mo, you get to see so much more. And that's just fun. Like,
Yeah.
part of probably why people like, the reels and stuff too,
Yep.
is it's just fun.
That became one of my favorite pastimes was after the Saturday or Sunday, like going back and flipping through the footage with you and watching it all. And it's just,
Yeah.
we got to be a little careful about that because by the end, we were editing reels at like 2:00 in the morning.
You were.
Yeah. And we got to get that time down. Also, interns, if you want to edit and call us out, please.
Seriously.
We are trying to expand, I guess, a little bit, but
we're not trying.
We're not trying. We got no money, but we got a lot of ideas. So
if you want to sponsor us,
that too, we'll shout you out officially at the end.
Yeah. All right. So this show wouldn't be properly named if we didn't call out this year's Leadville 1.90 champion.
Absolutely. We have to do. That's where it all started.
And we feel your pain. Well, Josh King of everyone feels your pain. We took the 1.9 on day one. So I also, in a weird twist, feel your pain.
Reaction to that was
it was blasphemous.
Hilarious. And we took
offended.
the 1.9 on day two. Day one, we won the 2D.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because I was all excited because we had won something, and then it was just a
first place
fall
2D.
off a cliff into the 1.9D.
And then second day we were a little too fast.
Devastation.
Yeah, by what, 4/10?
Something, whatever it was heartbreaking. I don't care. It shouldn't even exist.
Emma was like shook into her core that we could possibly place there.
It was unfathomable, an unfathomable pain.
So for the overall, the actual 190 winner at Leadville, we are sorry, but congratulations to
Monica Plecker.
Monica Plecker on her horse, Moose Knuckle, and skier Rick McPherson.
Welcome to the club, everyone.
Welcome to the club. We are thinking about starting some sort of official
our own
welcoming ceremony.
Yeah.
Who knows what we're going to do, but we felt that had to be shouted out. Obviously.
Yeah. So it's a pain unique to Leadville, apparently. Well, not even, because Grand Lake does 1.9. You guys should just scrap the D system, everyone. I'm out on it. It's
a hot take.
Hot take.
A hot take. I actually love when the sport is split into 1 and 2. Yeah. In a weird twist.
I mean, it makes for good spectatorship, and it makes for devastating competitorship.
It does. Because the people who won it, like the first day, had 4 or 5 penalties. Mm-hmm. And then they raced clean a little bit faster, and they just averaged into the top of the 2D. And it's like, okay, you had 4 penalties day one.
Yeah.
Me and you were clean.
I know. We were too fast.
Gosh.
We're too good.
We're too good at this. This is our last episode.
Jesus Christ.
This is it, guys. All right. I like this next segment. I think this was Emma's idea.
Yeah, we have one that we've been working on for a little while. We want to give a special shout out to the hero of the year.
Oh my gosh.
Jackson Tharp, skier out of Telluride who could not find a rider for his life that could stay on their horse.
This man, he finished 2 and didn't finish 1. So 3 total runs
at 3 separate races.
Where this man's rider
3 separate riders
came off of their horse.
Yeah, so 2 of these 3, he had the wherewithal to whip the horse with his rope, and the horse finished.
Yeah.
One of them, I think he had to let go because the horse was going off course or something. But hero of the year,
he had to let go of the rope, because the horse started go. I stood here with my tripod, and the horse was going this way, and he had the rope over here, and I just looked at Jackson, and he looked at me and threw the rope.
So again, incredible wherewithal. Yeah. So true hero of the year all around, Jackson Tharp.
And then Estes Park, the horse never stopped. Mm-hmm. And
the horse tried to stop, and he shook the rope.
That's right. Yeah, and he did. So
and then again, same
and then
thing
in Grand Lake, he held the rope. Jackson Tharp. We promise that next year we'll get you some riders who can stay on their horse.
We'll do our best, man.
Yeah, we talked a lot about that with Jackson. We spent a lot of time with him this year.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun.
Got to know him a little bit. Great kid. Super funny, but that was just...
We couldn't get over it.
When we put those numbers together, we were like, "That you've got to be the only one, by a mile."
He's cursed.
Right.
This poor man.
Incredible. So, well done, Jackson. Good job for finishing some of those races and getting times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. This next segment, another one of Emma's beautiful ideas, I believe.
This was Josh's idea.
Was it?
Actually, this was your idea.
Oh, yeah.
You called me. You're like, "What if we did this?" And I was like, "All right, well, you know what I'm saying."
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's not a secret, but this next segment is people that we, Emma and I, are secretly in love with.
Yep. So I'm gonna out myself here. Richard Raymer. I love the way that this man rides a horse, and I
Richard,
want to give
also-
my most sincere apologies to Abby Raymer
And me.
for saying this.
What the heck? Richard, I'm watching it. But,
But before I had ever met anybody, the first night, the night race in Ridgeway, I was like, who's that guy in like Josh, like Richard Raymer. I was like, wow, I love the way he rides. It just looks so smooth.
He's got that beautiful horse too.
And it kind of like turned into like our joke. Like
Right.
It's our joke now. Yeah. I love you, Richard.
This is our official, but we're really adding ourselves here. And if the person I love is any secret to anybody,
it's not a secret. Give me a
you're not
break.
paying attention enough. Obviously, Richard Weber.
Yep.
Just, I hate that I love you.
If
That's
Josh
the
has had a
problem.
crush on anyone ever, it's Richard Weber.
Big time man crush.
Yeah.
We spend way too much time
Yeah,
together.
you guys are like watching you guys is like watching Step Brothers or something. So much room for activities.
Yeah, it's something else. I never thought it would happen. Funny story. The first time I met Richard in real life, he big timed me. He big timed me hard. I had been hired to shoot their race, and the summer rodeo was going on, so I was like, all right, I'll go down there and make an appearance, say hello to Richard. And I saw him in his red shirt. I knew exactly who he was. Walked up, I was like, hey, Richard, Josh. And he looked over and shook my hand and then just immediately turned his back on me, went back to his other conversation. I was like, okay. And who would have thought? He flew you to where? Heber?
Heber.
Yeah. Everybody was like, are you sure you want that to happen? It's like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, and a
Right.
weird twist, we became like a throuple.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The three of us spent way too much
We
time
went
together.
to races where none of us really even competed.
We went
and
to
all
races
hung out.
together just to hang out together. Just
Literally.
the three of us.
We're like, oh, no one else is going to this race. Let's go.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. So Richard Weber, no shock to anyone.
Yeah.
Love you.
Let's talk about some races.
Ooh, love
Which
it.
one did you have the most fun at? And this
Listen.
is outside of I don't want to have this be which one did you have the most fun shooting, whatever. This is in a personal scope. Like did you have the most fun?
Listen, there is this little tiny race, and I love going to it because, within skijoring, everyone travels within there. Like, everyone's got bigger cliques and this and that. And there's, it's fun. There's some drama. There's talking. There's cruise.
The drama is only fun for Josh.
I love it.
Don't tell me your drama.
But I also love this little race because it's a completely different crew. Bellevue, Idaho. It's a tiny race. And I went there for the first time last year and called all my college. I was like, everyone needs to come to this race next year.
Yeah, I remember hearing about Bellevue from afar.
And now I'm like, no, I kind of want to. It's just it feels like what I would imagine old school ski joring felt like. Hometown backyard barbecue. The organizers, Josh and Nancy Glick, are fantastic. They really care about the race. They've been with it since its conception, and I don't know. I love going up there. I look forward to it. It's a part of the northern circuit for me. And I look forward to Bellevue. I'm looking forward to it right now.
Well, it also sounds like, from what you've said, I haven't been in this race, but it also sounds like you really like the valley itself and the setting.
Gorgeous.
And you talked a lot about that too. So
It's just, it's one of the prettiest races. Also, the only race that Mark and I, shout out Mark Leroux, as photographers and videographers, we asked them to flip the track. We wanted them to be running the completely opposite way, so that we could get the background and faces in the view.
I don't know if you told me that. That's cool.
And the next year, me and Mark showed up, and they flipped it.
Ask and you shall receive. Wow, that's
Like,
cool.
they
I didn't know
flipped
that.
the way their entire race ran.
So you could have a better background.
So that we got the background
That's
we
incredible.
needed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Those are organizers dedicated to the cause.
I know. And and it was unfortunate this year. It was like, didn't snow.
Yeah.
And the background was all brown, but the mountain was still there.
Yeah.
And it was just nice to feel like those guys. Yeah, they make you feel really heard and appreciated.
Cool.
So favorite race, Bellevue. In a weird twist, tiny race.
Yeah.
None of the big
but like
competitors
you said,
are there.
like that's the kind of the community aspect of it,
Right.
which is what draws you in anyway.
Yeah. And what about like your first year? So you saw everything for the first time.
Yeah.
And What was your favorite race?
Okay, so I have two favorites. My first favorite was Red Lodge.
Dude, me too.
Oh God, I just had such a blast in Red Lodge because again, it was really like a culmination of, you know, like having gotten to know a lot of these people throughout the year, but like I just loved the town and the setting, and you know,
town was
like
awesome.
Knowing that we were up there on almost, it felt like a special mission.
Yeah.
And it just was like, even though I was sick that weekend, like
You did get a little sick.
it was so much fun. Like the whole track was new and we were getting to check out Red Lodge. I just loved it. And then for similar reasons, I really had a blast at Driggs. Just because it was such a great crowd and like the track made it so much fun to watch. And yeah, both of those, I think, just for the groups of people that were there and like the degree to which I had gotten to know people, made those weekends really fun.
Definitely going into like the track specifically, Driggs was my favorite this year. That was like the best. I don't know, like I don't want to make it objective, but my favorite track to watch, to shoot, to be around was Driggs. They did such a good job with that track. And this brings me nicely into the point I wanted to talk about of like Skijor tracks and how far they've come, even just in the 3 years I've been involved. It's like you're seeing dedicated people out there setting the track. So, you know, Ty Free really spent a lot of time setting Driggs.
Totally.
And he set that little ring.
Okay, I have thoughts on this. Go ahead.
I do too. It was like one of my favorite things of the entire year.
So here's my thing is I don't know, Skijor historians will have to kind of like go back on this. But you know how like in sports, when somebody does a move for the first time, like gymnastics or something, they do a move for the first time and then it gets named after them.
Yes.
I think that ring from here on out is called the Ty Free ring.
Absolutely.
You know?
I feel like he deserves it.
Yeah.
Because he's a super thoughtful guy. And it wasn't random. He knew exactly what he was doing.
He knew exactly how hard it would be.
Yep. As a skier, he knew exactly what the position of the rope, jump, and the body would be when getting it. And yeah, he just put this ring at like this lip.
Yeah.
And the lip wasn't anything crazy. It was just enough if you had to be focusing on this ring and the lip and your rope.
Like being flexy enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was just as the horse started to pull left on track. No. It was sensational. So yeah, the Ty Free ring. I absolutely think he gets credit for that if we see rings like that in the future.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think you were mentioning too, you know, like the fact that there's dedicated track builders acknowledging like a very dedicated technique to how we make snow, how we build tracks, how far apart we set gates, where we put jumps, you know. And you even mentioned like this was my first year seeing the sport and it was a garbage year for snow, but you even mentioned, you know, like track quality you've seen improve even with the lack of snow.
Yeah, I think track quality in general is kind of improving. Obviously, there were some races this year with questionable footing, and that was dealt with. But for the most part, we're seeing more and more people
pay attention to it more.
Right.
At least.
And more and more people who are athletes within the space of skijoring, which I think is so important because, you know, Ty Free understands how to build a difficult set because he is a skijor skier. And he knows when the horse is pulling this way or that on a track and the turn is going and that jump is there. So he can really get into, you know, the mindset of building. And
also from a safety standpoint, having people that are competing and know what it takes to make a safe track, not just like, oh, blow 2 feet of snow and there's your track.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's two groups of people. There's people who are building these tracks. And I put, you know, Tyler Smesjud in that category, Colin Cook, and then people who are setting tracks. And again, it's a lot of the same, Tyler Smesjud and Colin Cook, but then Ty Free, really. And he did build his own track this year. We just didn't get to see it.
Yeah, in Three Forks.
Yep.
So I know, I wish we'd gotten up to that.
I know.
It sounded like it went well. He was really happy about it. So
yeah, a lot of like micro races this year went on. I think people are getting more into the idea of putting on a race. So a lot of towns put on this super, super small version of it.
Totally.
To test it.
Yeah.
And we're going to see
cool.
some more
people are
big
seeing
races.
that the sport is growing and people are seeing that it's a great way to increase revenue in their towns.
Yeah.
So Yeah. So if Driggs was your favorite track of the year, mine was Red Lodge.
Right back to it.
Oh God, I just
I
love
really
that.
was. I know. Like walking in for the first time, it felt like, that classic shot in a movie where they walk into the
And it's
stadium
all
for the
just
first
there.
time. Yeah.
It was incredible.
It
But
really is something
love the
else.
horseshoe track. And in a weird twist, part of why I loved it so much is because it was one of the races where I really felt like it took a peg off of my 5% hot take, because at Red Lodge you need to ride your damn horse,
You really do.
and it's like I love that the responsibility is on the rider. Like a straight track, you're just like go fast, whatever, like okay, check here, check there if your skier really wants it, but like go fast, go straight. Red Lodge, you need to be very specific about where you're putting your horse,
Yeah.
when you're checking it, how you're turning. Like you need to be a rider, and I just
Yep.
appreciate that so much.
Yeah. And I do think we're going to see more, I think people who have been building and setting courses for the last 10 years, their mindset is changing on what skiers can do
Yeah.
and how teams can communicate. So you're still seeing a lot of races that are, they're called horse races. They're still really hard to ski, but it is possible to ski them at full speed. Red Lodge, you cannot ski no matter what. You cannot run the horse at that speed. Your skier cannot ski the course at that speed.
Just by the nature of the sharpness
Right.
of the turn, you're gonna lose
Nothing
them.
can happen
It's
at that.
just the
Yeah.
length of the rope doesn't allow
Right.
for full speed even.
So
if
I
the horse
think
can
more
maintain
and
the
more
footing.
we're going to see
Yeah.
tracks and sets that, like, listen, if you're not checking your horse, you are not making the gate.
Totally.
And I love that. Like Leadville was a great example.
Yeah.
Well, either that or people just weren't ready for rings, but
There was a lot of rings, man.
3 clean runs day one in the open, and it was like, I love, like, that is a statistic
wanna talk
I
about rings
love to see.
anymore.
Hell yeah, dude. Rings.
Yeah. But yeah, anywhere where I think that the rider comes into play more
Yeah.
is a lot more fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's easy for the right, like that's where my hot takes come from, is it's easy to just sit up there and like tell your horse to go fast. But I think if you're really communicating well with your rider and like putting your horse in a place where your rider can more easily get to the gates and get
Yep.
to the rings, it's like that's where
Yeah.
it becomes a full team.
And Red Lodge,
Like you can blow your skier out any day of and
Yeah.
any day of the week and call
It's
it a
easy.
competition. Like it's easy. You just
yeah.
you just butterfly kick. No.
Right. Oh my God. Or you just have a skier like, Colin Cook and Jim Ryan who are like, no matter what happens, they can make it happen.
Exactly.
But
They're few and far between.
no, it's going to become, I think, more because Red Lodge, it was more fun to watch the rider almost to see what they were doing. And then the other track, the few other tracks that did it was Driggs.
And Ridgeway.
Ridgeway, they were considered more of a horse race this year.
Yeah, in comparison to previous years. But I did appreciate that you needed
That turn was nuts.
that turn because
Yeah.
there was like the gate and then you had to get over for the
Right.
to get over for the turn and then you had to get to the gate and then get over for the turn.
Lateral movement was necessary.
Yeah.
But I don't think speed
But,
was.
Yeah.
And then, Driggs.
You went somewhere.
You
I feel
had
like
to check, and then it was Boise.
Boise was the one you were
Boise
saying. Yeah.
screwed
I
with
wasn't there.
everyone's head, and they set a straight slalom
Yeah,
track.
that was crazy to watch.
And we watched, I think, 8 runs go dirty. I mean, 5 penalties, 6 penalties, and then it was Josh Abbott and Colin Cook. They finally went up there, and it looked like half the speed, but they cleaned. And everyone was dirty at 15 seconds. They cleaned at 17, and then it went down from there. So it was like 17-5, 17-3, 16-9, 16-8. So yeah, I just love seeing stuff like that.
Yeah, like tricky, like that's good in my mind. That's good course setting where it's not just on the skier. You're making the rider work too.
100%. It's, everyone talks about team sport. So let's make it more of a team sport. Let's set those ridiculously
Oh my God.
hard gates,
Yeah.
So yeah, love to see
great.
it.
Absolutely love it. Let's talk about some like favorite. I have a favorite new rule or improvement, and for me, obviously, this is only across seeing one season.
Yeah.
So at Ridgeway, I became aware of it's called the Sparby rule, right?
Yes.
Where you have, I believe it's 2 minutes. I don't know if that's like a standard
2 or
time or
3.
if it
It's different
seems
at every
individual
race.
to races,
Yeah.
but you have a set time to get in to get your horse in and get out of the box, more or less, like get your race started. And there were several races where I saw that rule kind of like exist, but not enforced whatsoever.
Right. Or inconsistently enforced.
Very inconsistently enforced, which was infuriating. You know, like you would have one person scratched after 30 seconds and then another person given like 6 minutes to get in the box. Right. And that drove me nuts. And at Grand Lake, they put up a clock in the start gate with 2 minutes, and you had 2 minutes, and it was just like very well enforced, and I appreciated that so much. I also just really appreciate when rules are consistently enforced, so I think that's part of why it made me happy. But I loved to see that. Yeah,
we talk about that a lot I talk about it a lot with the Weber crew. They put on a race, and it's always, you know, like, how do we enforce these rules and police them? And you want to set up the rules so that they can be policed, and that clock.
That was incredible.
Oh, incredible. You have 2 minutes. Yeah. Because sometimes you're waiting and waiting and waiting. And for me as a videographer, I'm halfway down the course and I don't know what's going on.
Right.
And it's just like, what are we doing? Open track. Call it. Totally. Get the next race in. Get the next race out. Yep. Let's go.
I agree.
So, yeah, the 2 minute. And then I think my favorite change, this is going to be considered a hot take too. My favorite change was the invitational. Being invited to races.
Yeah, the invite only divisions. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I think Jed Moore made this point in his manifesto where, you know, you just because you want a Skijor, just because you own a horse doesn't mean you get to be in the sport division.
Right.
I think that it really, especially as the sport is growing, I think that that's something that will kind of protect like the quality of a competition.
Totally. Yeah, I think
which I'm sure is part of the idea, and also making sure that people who have, you know, been in the community, are dedicated to the community, still get to get into races.
Yeah,
you know. And
it's always interesting because skijoring is still relatively new and growing so much, and every change, there's a lot of change happening right now, and it's like every change has like this weird amount of pushback, and people heard about the invitational at races, and it's like the reason for it was to maintain the quality of a great Skijor race and to maintain the people who have been supporting it forever.
Right.
And it's just interesting to see people push back on it. But when you're at Ridgeway in these races who are invite only, like the quality of the sport division is sensational.
Absolutely. I think it also, and I think Jed made this argument, it also protects the spectator experience when you're getting to watch these like really fantastic competitors.
Right.
You know, not somebody who should be a novice, but not somebody who should be a novice but could only get into sport, or you name it.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, these things that have right, when people can't sign up and then they get into the open and you're like, what?
And it sucks if you don't get in, and you know, or if you're not invited or whatever. But it also makes it that much more like exciting when it's like these people were invited here, you know? Like it almost elevates the kind of like the viewership. Like it elevates this like thought that this is like exclusive and these people are elite and they got invited, you know, like as a spectator, I'm
totally
saying, you know?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And I hope it continues. And I think next year it should be a little bit like this year was tough because so many races didn't go on. So you had 800 Skijor competitors trying to compete at one race a weekend.
Right.
Typically there's 3 or 4 races a weekend.
Right. But and to that point as well, like I think that's one thing that makes it so great that there's all these, you know, newer or smaller races popping up.
Oh yeah.
It's you know, it's a great place to go.
I love it.
Yeah.
In the 3 years I've been involved, I've literally seen the organizer's perspective go from people better not stack our race to please, for the love of God, stack our race.
Yeah, because it's just better for everyone. Like the competition is better, the spectator experience is better, you know. And it's like, it's just I like the idea also of having levels of, you know, like there's like these elite racers, there's Ridgeway, there's Leadville, you know, and it's almost like that's like the A league, and then, you know, like there's like smaller races that anybody can do, and I don't know, I think it's better for competition.
I agree 100%. And I think moving forward we're going to see a lot more of it.
I would assume.
And next year there might be an adjustment with all the races coming back into play. But I think definitely at the elite races, we're going to see the invitational.
Yeah.
Because usually payouts are bigger there. They're attracting the bigger competitors and they want them there.
Yeah. And there are just more established races,
Yeah.
you know, more spectators, more people
So
attending.
yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I loved that this year. It's fabulous.
Yeah, I did too.
It's you can reminisce about the signing up at the bar days and hear all those cool stories. We talked with Josh Abbott and he talked
But
about
again, if there's, you know, more races or just kind of more like small town races, like there's something out there for everyone,
Totally.
especially if you want that sort of
Absolutely.
experience or, you know, I think that, in that way, growth can only be good. You know, there's just like more opportunity for whatever level you choose.
I agree. Into the media. It looks like basically, like we said, we scripted this, so this is what we're looking at. We are official now.
Yeah, we have like bullet points and stuff.
Professional newscasters.
I know. Yeah, DM us if you have thoughts on our flow.
Comment. Don't DM us. Comment.
Yeah.
Make it public. Make it known.
Yeah, because sometimes they'll DM us and then like you'll respond, but then I'll respond because I didn't see that you respond, and then it gets really confusing.
Emma's new to Instagram.
God, I hate it.
I hate it here.
I'm new to this world.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay, so kind of in that vein of, you know, like growth and, you know, just like new things happening this year. So we saw, or we, you know, kind of like had our eyes on, there were multiple like organizations, the sport was growing.
Indeed.
It's kind of almost branching out in different directions.
Yeah.
And in particular, we saw more than one scoring system or like competitor kind of like conglomerate. And two of those in particular that we noticed were Pro Skijor and the Skijor Cup.
Yeah.
What do we think about those?
So I'm all for this organization. These organizations in the sense of like I'm pro tours, I'm pro people keeping score and trying to make it more organized, and I think we need something to follow throughout the season.
Totally.
And I love that, you know, one of the things I thought Pro Skijor did really well was the sheer amount of money they were handing out was bananas.
And very attractive as a competitor, of
Totally.
course, you know, yeah.
But that being said, it's like they completely lacked the storytelling power of like why it mattered.
Totally.
You know, so they were,
or even like within the season, you know, like
Right.
like again, it goes back to the storytelling, but like oh my God, I'm getting tired. How long have we been talking for?
a long time.
I'm exhausted. But you know, within that, even the storytelling of like the standings, like what is the real competition?
Exactly.
What's the
Every
storyline
week.
of who v who? You
Yes.
know?
Yeah. And we talked about it all season long. Like, what are the standings? And it was just really inconsistent with, you know, what they were posting online and social media, where, you know, the only thing they were posting was, I mean, essentially they were just spamming us with content, with Skijor content,
Totally.
which I love Skijor content. And by the end of the season, I was scrolling past it.
Yeah.
Because I want to know the story.
Yeah, we got really fatigued with it because it was, and it's hard because you want to make the community feel involved, but you also want to be putting out something that the people want to watch.
Right.
And that was hard because, you know, it's just like a reshare of anybody's and everybody's stories and stuff.
And they had so much potential. Like, you're giving out that much money.
They have a huge followership, yeah.
Yeah, they had a huge following. Like, make it a big deal. Make me care about it.
Yeah.
And then the other one, who had more or less kind of a soft launch, I would say, which might be a critique, it might not. That's just what it felt like to me, was the Skijor Cup.
Yeah.
And, you know, this woman has been involved in skijoring for a long, long time. And I love the idea of it. They kept track, race to race to race to race.
Yeah, I like the idea of, you know, like having standings after every week, and you know,
and they actually did a better job of posting that.
Yeah, but again, I would say that transparency was the critique we would have for that organization as well. Yeah,
because we know that it was not loosely, it was based on money.
Yeah, but we don't know that. We have heard speculation that is the case.
Making assumptions.
But that was unclear and unpublished, so that would be what we would change about that one.
So, Maybe it was published just on a website somewhere. We just don't know. But again, there just felt like a little lack of explanation. And then with the pros tour, like nobody knows how they got to their standings. And maybe they do. Maybe it's on their website and it is there somewhere, but I don't know. Like if anyone is following the Skijor world pretty closely, it's me. And I did not see any publication of these are our standing. This is how we're getting to these numbers.
Totally.
So that would be it. But other than that, I think it's wildly beneficial for the sport.
Yeah.
I just think, like a few tweaks, social media, you got to make me care in a way. That's how I would say it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Especially in the pro tour, like some of those winners, I really didn't know how they got there.
Right. Like the math that led to the result was unpublished and unclear.
Right. How we getting there? So that's it.
Yeah.
But no, it was a fun year to watch all the different tours and all the different standings. I love standings. I love statistics, and I love nerding out about anything like that. Totally. So it was fun to watch.
Any place that there's a leaderboard is just fun to analyze, you know?
So yeah, it's just wild how again, I've not been in the sport for that long. I was the only videographer, I would say, on the track 3 years ago. Like to the point where I had to convince races. I had to convince Ridgeway that social media was like a thing. Like they're just like, okay, whatever. 3 years ago. And now it's just like, I mean, it's exploded.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Well, going into that, what was your favorite reel of the year, Josh?
Social media?
Yeah. And I know that he has a lot of thoughts on this because he'll publish a reel and then watch his own reel 1,000 times.
If you see me watching Instagram, I'm watching my own content.
I've never been more sick of any audios in my entire life than every audio that he chooses.
We had some great audios this year,
you ruined
though.
them all for me because I've heard them 4,000 times.
Chance.
God.
Oh, man. Whenever I hear the audios, I just see the individual in the video.
You're like Pavlov's dog for your own reels.
Yeah, a little bit. No, I cannot get enough of my own content. It's true. Yes. And my favorite
Nobody loves Josh King the way Josh King loves Josh King.
It's true. That's why me and Richard get along so well. So, yeah, my favorite ones, it says here, because I told her earlier, was the nighttime Ridgeway reel. A little bit because of that song was sick.
Yeah, it was sick.
Number 2, because Catlick coming around that corner, her horse went super deep and she cut back and the snow exploding like that. One shot. That might be the shot of the year. Her coming around that turn. And then the very next day, Saturday, day 2 at Ridgeway would be my second favorite reel, specifically because of the Richard Webber on the jump with the flag and Franken Beans.
Love it.
2 feet off
Sweet
the ground.
baby angel.
Incredible. Ugliest horse you've ever seen. So yeah, those are probably, and the song on that one I love.
Yeah.
And the sport skiers that day were just going bananas. I mean, the most crashes we've ever gotten one day.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Really good. Those were really good. I thought Ridgeway in general, your coverage of Ridgeway was fantastic.
Yeah.
My 2 favorites were also the Ridgeway night reel. I think like all the shots and then just like, and then the one with Coulter with the breath coming out.
Yeah,
into
all the breath was
one.
nuts.
And then Red Lodge day 1.
Why?
Where I'm getting there. In particular, that shot of Kristen Beck coming around the corner on Chatterbob and just opening up. And I think for both of those, like the reason that they're my favorite is they're moody. You know, like the other ones are just like action, 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 and they're fabulous and it's fun. But like Ridgeway being at night and, you know, like the light is different. And then Red Lodge day 1, the weather was crazy and it was like snowy and you know, like it was just kind of like shadowy. And the songs match them really well. Like they make you just like feel something, especially like that shot of Kristen Beck with the way that the song comes. It's just like,
that is the exact emotion we were trying to evoke. So that's perfect.
So those were it for me. I also want
Love
to give a very sincere honorable mention
Huge.
to, I think it was Weston Onward, who is like another kind of like
yeah.
new creator or person in the Skijor space. She was in Red Lodge, and I think she didn't realize what horse it was, but I saw her story a while back, and she was like, I think it's so funny to put screamo metal over, like horses riding, because she puts, more traditional like country music or whatever over them. She put screamo metal over Papa Top. I messaged her.
God
I was
bless.
like, this is incredible because it's Papa
Right,
Top.
because of this horse.
This horse who with a demon soul and a fire for the blood of her enemies.
Did we ever definitively, did we ever get, is Papa Top Mayor Gelding?
No, and I wanted to ask someone, but I heard Mayor from Ty Free, and I believe it, so.
Fair. It
Whatever,
would make
man.
sense that it was Mayor. Like,
But that was, I just, like, that particular piece of creation was exceptional.
It was a corn song, wasn't it?
It was, I don't know. I don't
System of
remember.
a Down? I don't know.
I think it was corn.
Yeah.
But whatever, it was screamo metal.
We sent out a few test reels with Screamo, and I forget who, it was Sean Grey Eyes and Piper Crabtree and one other, and I sent them, and I can't remember the third, but Sean and the third really liked it, and I sent a video of Piper with a corn song to Piper.
That doesn't really track.
She was like, absolutely not.
Those two,
Please don't ever do that.
I don't think
again.
that would go together. You gotta like
I was
pick
like,
your
okay.
audience with that one. But
Yeah.
Papa Top was absolutely
Papa
the
Top
correct choice
is
for that audio.
Screamo metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep down in her soul.
God, love that horse. So yeah, Weston Onward. She did a great job. I thought she was a great still shooter this year.
Yeah. I thought so.
It was everyone seems to dabble in stills and video, which is weird to me as a video. Like, I will not split. I won't shoot both things.
Well, that's not entirely fair though, because I think you got your start as a stills photographer, and only really it seemed like obviously you were doing the weddings, but you started focusing more on video as a result of Skijor, right?
Right, but at a race, like a lot of these new
You're saying
creators
that people are doing
are
both at
shooting
once.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, good on you, because I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm shooting stills, I'm hiring someone else to shoot stills.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
But she did a great. She was at a lot of races. Bozeman did a good job. Mark LaRoe, obviously the OG at the game, outdates us all. And then Kate Page was another one out there. Slick Fork Photography. Yeah.
Slick Fork, films or something like that.
I just liked working with her.
Yeah, she's just fun.
Yeah.
She's like one of those really easy to go,
Yeah.
easy to get along with, like happy-go-lucky people.
Selfishly, she got a lot of footage of me competing at Boise and sent it to me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. Nobody loves Josh King like Josh King.
Yes, I did indeed make a reel of myself with her footage and post it.
Oh my God, this is my nightmare.
So if the way to my heart is send me footage of myself.
Yeah. So that being said, like there was such this explosion of volume within the sport and within like this media aspect of the sport. Do you feel like it affected your Saddles and Skis account? And if so, like, do you feel the need to evolve, or a desire to evolve, or adjust? Or?
It definitely did. I mean, we definitely saw a shift in numbers this year. But that being said, I do still believe that we are delivering a product that's just still like a little bit different than everyone. Like we are a highly curated, systematic page. Like, we post now the highlight reels day 1 and 2. We post them day after. We are still the only ones doing that consistently. And I think our knowledge of the competitors helps us a ton. We only meet more and more people every year. And that being said, I mean, I think the evolution was starting this podcast.
Totally.
I didn't expect it. I didn't expect the branding of this podcast to be so good. But people are like infatuated. I'm like,
well, it's a great story.
Yeah, it's a great story. People are like curious about the lore of the 190. So yeah, it was an interesting year. It's just, honestly, it was strange being out there this year. It almost felt a little bit like I was competing with others for different shots. And
I mean, by the nature of the amount of space on the track for people with cameras to stand.
Yeah. And it's definitely, it's just crazy. from going to Ridgeway on the track, quite literally as a videographer and social media person alone, like doing specifically what I was doing, hands down, the only person. And to now where there's at least 7 of us.
Right.
And it's just like, yeah, we have to stay involved. I try to maintain a very good relationship with our organizers, keeping our deliverables up to date, super fast. But yeah, it was a crazy world out there this year.
Yeah, totally.
And so much footage. I would say, I wish we could all come together as creators and get together a little bit more and like, hey, let's be producing a story via social media together instead of all of us just trying to raise claim to skijoring content.
Right.
Would be my only thing.
Yeah, or just really just trying to flood people
right
with everybody's personal work.
Yeah. But like, again, I had a ton of fun. We were at a race every single weekend, either shooting or not shooting, but I love shooting. Shooting is my favorite.
Yeah.
I would rather shoot, I think, at this point than I would rather compete.
Wow.
Hot take? I don't know.
Cool. Okay. What's next for us?
Well, I'll tell you what. Snowboarding.
Oh my God.
Coming for you, Jacoby. That's not true. Every time I say...
Coming for you, Jacoby, slowly.
Yeah, slowly. Every time I say the name now, I just see the Red Lodge. Rope.
Yeah.
Toss so
behind
perfect.
him.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
You like
the full body.
That's like, yeah. Like an NBA logo, like mid dunk, but Jacoby like throwing the rope over his head.
Good.
No, I don't know. Summer plans. What do we got?
I don't know. We've been kicking around ideas. We don't really have any set plans. You always have bigger plans in the off season than you're able to accomplish in season. So summer always gets really busy for both of us. But it'd be nice to do some travel. Go see some people, kind of like visit some of the friends that we have within.
I love seeing Skijor people in the summer.
Seeing them in their alternate habitat.
Yeah. I got to see Coulter last year. That was super fun. That's the trip that's hard to motivate. Like
it's a long way to
It's
Montana.
crazy how close it all seems during the winter. Like we drive to Montana 2 or 3 separate times. Yeah. And then in the summer, it's like, oh my God, couldn't possibly so far away.
Yeah. It's also, it kind of speaks more to just like we have more going on in the winters, so we both do trail rides and it's like taking, in the winter, it's like you have the weekdays, like they're just available to you. But here it's like you gotta take days off and it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. I think like visiting some people, getting around more, just like doing that would be fun. We do have at least 3 episodes.
We got at least 3 episodes.
So stay tuned. We will kind of continue to, even if we aren't able to do any filming, visiting people this summer, we will be releasing things.
Yeah, we got Young Guns for sure, which is I've listened to that episode 4 times.
Yeah, if you want to hear some comedy, tune into that one.
Yeah, we have a few. Josie Young, we have Josh Abbott. Yeah.
Yep. So so fun stuff there. We weren't joking. If you are interested, we want to continue to grow this. And to improve the product that we're offering to you. So if you are interested in sponsoring or interning with us, call us.
100%. No joke.
You can actually DM us on that one. You don't have to comment.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Reach out. We don't have an email yet. We should probably get on that.
I meant to do that. I know. Well, maybe we'll add it into the notes on this one.
Yeah, listen, one thing at a time here, folks. We got a Spotify now.
Yeah, I got too many passwords kicking around.
It gets confusing. But yeah, sponsors and interns for sure. Interns. Yeah, it's just a fun way to spend your weekend. You want to get involved.
Yeah. And going back to Jed's manifesto, he talks about like, if you want to be involved in a race and you didn't get in, volunteer with the race. But we would also be happy to involve people.
Yep, totally. And like you said, we typically have really good access, and it was so much fun to be followed around and be able to shoot and talk.
Have the freedom, right.
And really narrate what was happening on the track. That was so fun.
And we're hilarious, so. We
are indeed. You're welcome. Yeah. Spotify.
Yeah, just a reminder, we are on Spotify now. So I'm very excited about that one.
I am too, actually.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
And then just a general thank you again.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in like all season long and listening to
Really.
us ramble and talk crazy about
I know.
Skijor.
Well, thanks everybody. That's the 2026 recap show, Skijor season. We will see you
Later.
next year.
Bye. Holy cow, that was long.
Whew.